What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dawg House Podcast with your host, JayRod and
JDawg,
the beloved.
Beloved.
What's going on this week? We got we're about 3-4 weeks away from ADCC/CGI. Camp's going well. We were just talking about our bodies falling apart, which in general we're all healthy and stuff, but you start feeling it. We're about 4. How long has camp been going on for?
4 billion.
Like that's what it feels like.
At least a month.
At least a month, right? So we're about 4 weeks into camp. We've got about 3 to 4 weeks left.
It's over a month.
As of now, right?
It's a little over a month.
I thought so.
Yeah.
But what were you talking about with this guy redlining too much?
Yeah. So it was just an interesting post. I guess we can say names because the guy himself they both acknowledged it and posted them publicly on social media. But a famous Instagram doctor, his name goes by Dr. Kickass. He does a lot of analysis on injuries and training and stuff like that of all high level athletes. He made a post recently kind of critiquing a post that William Tackett, a very high level grappler, grapples here in Austin, made a post about some app that tracks his workout and heart rate, and William posted it, and this guy reposted it saying this isn't the best way to train, or your car something. Actually, I could be getting this wrong. It's all here if y'all want to go see on Dr. Kickass's Instagram. I just don't feel like reading through all this right now, but basically critiquing William's heart rate and how he trains, and saying that in one session he's redlining too much or something, or too often, blah blah blah. And William then reposted the post saying, "I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but what you don't understand is jiu-jitsu athletes, blah 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 blah," and went on to put his own input on why he thinks he isn't quite understanding what's going on here. So it was an interesting topic I wanted to bring up with you as well. Of Dima during our camp, this kind of goes into our camp as well. Mm-hmm. It's very methodical when it comes to low heart rate day, high heart rate day, deload week, blah blah blah. It's very
medium heart rate.
Yeah, medium. It's very specific, not just to recreate matches and cool down times, but to also have training you be as efficient as possible for as long as possible. Do you agree with that type of training?
I think the training we're doing is spot fucking on what we need to be doing.
Yep.
I think and I feel like we've all known it's all what we need to do, but it's a matter of collectively doing it, And it's we're not going to train like this. Also, this is another benefit of kind of having multiple athletes in one tournament, or at least competing in the same weekend, two different tournaments, ADCC and CGI. I think it's a matter of now we have a bunch of people in the room that need to be training like this, so it's easier for us to collectively agree, okay, we're going to train like this. And also, we probably shouldn't be training like this out of camp, when we're not getting ready for something, just because there's no need for us to have a competition simulation weekend. Yeah. Every fucking weekend. There's no competition we should be simulating. Yeah. I think it should just be way more playful than it is right now. But right now we're reaching towards something. We're reaching towards something. And I saying jiu-jitsu athletes are redlining too much. Google said, I was talking to Nick about this. Nick was like, yeah, I was in the zone 5 for 30 minutes, some session a few days ago. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Zone 5 is fucking crazy. That's super high heart rate. Yeah. And you on Google, it's oh, you should only be in zone 5 for less than 5 minutes, or else you'll die. Well, thanks, Google. I'm one of the best grapplers in the world, so I think I didn't die. And I didn't die, yeah.
I guess to put more context to what you're talking about too, as far as this Dr. Kickass post.
Yeah, I have no. I never saw the post, so I don't know what's going on.
It looks so. It's kind of the thumbnail of the post is conditioning for jiu-jitsu is just go hard, and which is he's saying is wrong, and he's saying at a certain point once you reach red zone or once you reach a certain heart rate, that no matter how high you go from there, it's considered just like a plateau, meaning it doesn't improve your conditioning whatsoever. You're just redlining, meaning like you're just exhilarating yourself with no reward, right? And so like doing that all the time isn't efficient, because you're just plateauing there. You're not, so like there's a science behind like spend this certain amount of time in a blue zone, then you dip in the red zone this certain amount of time, and this is proven to now allow you to be more efficient within the red zone, like stuff like that. And what I mean by red zone, guys, I guess like red is like through the roof heart rate, blues medium, greens low. So I guess to context what he was saying is like people are like, just go hard, just go hard. Well, once you reach a certain amount of go hard, anything more than that isn't benefiting you anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
After a certain BPM.
Yeah. After a certain BPM. And also he mentioned correct time in between rest. So I'm sure a lot of wrestling coaches did not abide by this when I grew up, but it's like you sprint super hard, you redline, you come back, and you have 3 seconds to catch your breath, and it's go again. Like, he's saying like that does not improve your cardio. It could maybe even worsen it. Like,
there's no way it's gonna worsen it.
There's no way, brother.
There's no way, brother. You're telling me working hard is gonna worsen my cardio?
I could be saying this wrong. You can go read the post yourself, guys. But
yeah, I mean, like we were talking about with Dima, we're not training like in the red zone or zone 5 all the time. You know, we're in zone 5.
I'm instantly in the red zone whenever I start sweating.
we're in red zone or zone 5 on competition simulation days and on high heart rate days. Yep. Aside from that, we should rarely be dipping into that red zone or zone 5 zone. Yeah. Rarely. So the rest of our days are scheduled with low heart rate, which is like playful, working on kind of your own stuff. Like today was a low heart rate day, and I feel better. I feel better because the two days ago, I think I got sick from working so hard.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
I had we did competition simulation day. We did 2 matches. I had a match with
when that was yesterday or Monday.
I think 2 days ago.
So Monday.
I think 2 days.
Oh
ago.
Yeah, that was our super hard day, the 10 a.m. practice.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really hard.
So I had a round with someone, and then I did a round with, and when I say round, I mean a match with another competitor. This is not, we're playing around for 5 minutes. This is like life or death. This is you're winning $1 million, or you're getting an ADCC gold, and like that's it. So
this is after, by the way, like we would have 2, sometimes 3, like 10 a.m. practice. We had Monday. You're having matches, but then like the first 35 minutes of practice was like medium heart rate live goes, but were considered warm-ups. Like you're doing more like positional live rounds to get you warmed up for the actual matches.
So we'll usually start off with connection rounds, so someone's seated supine or seated and trying to gain connection, and then the top guy is the bottom guy is fighting a standing opponent. They're trying to pass without the bottom guy gaining connection. Those type of rounds really benefit me, just trying to get better at not getting my legs entangled and stuff like that, because most of the time I'm pretty good at defending and defending like any sort of leg entanglements and whatnot, defending the submission threats, but I need to also be good at just not allowing my opponent to initiate any sort of leg entanglement. So getting better at that. But yeah, the days will start off with like Josh was saying, we'll do a connection round, and then we'll do positional rounds, which is like medium heart rate, and then boom, like about 35 minutes of that stuff, we're into matches where we're in a semifinals match, and then we're in a finals match for ADCC.
Yeah. It's very realistically simulated.
Yes.
It's like, all right, 5 minutes, you're up on like, mat 3, 5 minutes, like rest now. So like everyone's resting, and it's like, okay, you have the semifinals match up now.
Yes.
JayRod, you go with this guy. Like this is your semifinals match. Yep. The time is the same. as a semifinals match, and then Monday we did a 30-minute match for simulating the finals.
Yeah,
I had to go with Kenta.
Yeah, Kenta's good. Kenta pushes it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh god, like by the end of that I was exhausted. Like 30 minutes, bro.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
I can barely roll 10.
Yeah,
so I had to dig deep for that last 20.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very realistic simulation.
Yeah, I think that's how we should do it. You know, I feel like we're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
It's just like not we're keeping our bodies in one piece. You know,
you're keeping your bodies in one piece. Also, at the same time, trying to like
push a little
get
bit.
ready.
Yeah.
You're getting ready for war. You're getting ready for a big tournament.
Yeah,
where there's people freaking juiced up. There's people training just as hard as you are. There's people who want the goal as much as you are. So like your camp has to be efficient, but at the same time, it's like, all right, we're not training to go bake cookies. You know, like it's got to be. It's going to be hard.
Yeah,
I can feel it on my body, like you were saying. Like, even though I'm not going to CGI or ACC to compete, I've still been actively involved into the camp, very actively, just as much as anyone else. So I've been like, I think just a day ago, I was like, man, I'm tired. Like my body's tired.
Yeah, I woke up. I think I woke up the day after that match I had with Declan because it was one-sided, and then but I fucking it was rough. It was rough. It was rough on my body.
Yeah, Declan, big boy.
Then he's 230, dog.
What? Is that thick?
He's 230.
Damn.
Nicky Rod, that same day, Declan told me he was 230. Nicky Rod hopped on the scale, and Nicky Rod was 215.
Damn.
After training,
Declan's got some meat on his bones.
He's a dense boy.
Yeah,
dense boy. But yeah, I had that match. Next day, I woke up and I was like, sore, achy. I was like, fuck. And then later that day, I had a fever. I was like shivering and shit. So I was like, oh, I'm sick.
That's why
I'm not sore. I'm sick. I'm dying.
Yeah.
But we're better now.
Yeah. Monday was the first practice in a long time where our super Dima put in a camp group chat. Hey, Monday will be the hardest practice yet. And I was like, come on, bro. And so, but then after Monday, it was the first time I went home and I slept for like 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah, I was tired, dude.
Wow.
My body was tired. I didn't sleep as much before the night before.
Yeah.
You know, as I should have, but it was just hard. On top of I had a really heavy lift day during the weekend. I was squatting like over 330.
Fuck that.
Yeah, so I had a heavy leg day, so my legs were a little sore. Then hard practice Monday, and I came home and I was like, fuck, my body's beat. I was laid down. I was knocked out like instantly 4 hours. My girlfriend's like, do you have to teach today? I'm like, fuck yeah. I got to get up, go teach now. I'm like, God damn it, dude. It was rough. But
yeah, the people talk about sleep being like very important for recovery and fucking.
I think it's so important.
It's very important, but they like keep it. They put it in the same line as like or on the same pedestal as like dieting or whatever else, like fucking sauna, a cold plunge. Like they put all these things in the same pedestal. I think sleep is the start to all recovery. If you have all of these things, you're doing your sauna and your ice bath and you're eating clean, but you're not sleeping how you should be, you're fucked.
Yeah, none of that other stuff is going to work.
Exactly. Sleep is the foundation to recovery. It is not on the same level as the rest of these things. No. So if you guys aren't sleeping the amount you should be, fucking 8 to 10 hours a day,
I agree.
Don't expect to be as recovered as you should be.
A lot of articles say too, like high level athletes that are outputting way more or inputting way more work than your regular people or day-to-day person needs even more sleep.
Interesting.
Like you need to sleep. I remember when I was in college, wrestling at Virginia Tech. A lot of high level guys there. It's a top 10, top 5 program in the country. Dude, like we were always sleeping. Like I was in a house full of wrestlers, so we all lived in the house together, and it was just, man, it was practice, eat, sleep. Like everyone's always sleeping.
Yeah. I gotta get better at napping. I never nap.
Dude, there's some crazy articles about napping.
Like
how effective it is.
Yeah, all the pros to it.
Yeah, about how like just like 5 minutes of a deep nap regenerates you by like 20% or something, like crazy numbers like that. Yeah. Like damn, I knew a few wrestlers that like swore by taking naps before matches.
Yeah,
like they would take like every time a 10-minute power nap before a match, and they'd be like, I'd get up and just feel like ready to go.
Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting. I surely that's also healthy for like when you're sleeping, you're not fucking thinking about your fucking opponent or this or that.
True, yeah. You get up and you're like, oh, okay, like, you know, let's go.
Just woke up, baby.
Yeah, just woke up. Let's go. Oh, got scrap. That's so true.
We were talking about Tackett earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how we were talking on Instagram one day.
You and Tackett.
Yeah, we were talking. I forget what we were talking. Oh, we were talking about our trucks. We're like, we got trucks. Let's fucking go out sometime. And then he sends me a photo of his dirt bike. He's like, you guys got to get some of these shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm way ahead of you, brother. I'll send him a picture of mine.
Yeah, they're into that stuff.
Yeah,
they like that.
Hopefully we can go out sometime after.
That'd be sick.
ABCC, CGI.
Yeah, we should do like a big like YouTube vlog of like a collab. Like Brazilian Fight Factory B-Team, you know, anything like that would be cool. You see they made a wall in their room? That's wild.
Because I think the wall they made was a 45-degree wall, but I always wondered what the wall is for like CGI. What's the angle? I would assume
they did the research to try and get it around the same angle. But
is it going to be fucking 45? Is it 35?
I don't know.
32.5 degrees?
We have to know. Do any of y'all know?
Does anyone know?
Someone
Please comment down below.
What is the degree of the wall in CGI?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of important, especially for someone like Nicky Ryan. Like on his way down into that pit, he's gonna find it to fucking hurt himself. You know?
He better know the degree of that wall, or he's gonna roll an ankle.
Yeah. He will. That's
funny.
What else do we have going on?
I wanted to tell you about the incident that happened last weekend.
Yes. What is this? Is the incident, or is this also the thing that you wanted to mention before?
This is the incident.
This is the incident, and there's also something.
There's also a topic I want to touch on. Yeah, guys, buckle in. You know what we do here. Get comfortable. So last weekend, I went to take my Teresa, my fiance, downtown to this rooftop pool because it has really beautiful views of the city. And I went there one time without her, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I want to bring her here. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, we're both bored in the weekend. I just got done with practice. I think I lifted that day too. And I was like, later that day, let's go do something. Let's go downtown. Let's go rooftop bar, our rooftop pool. So we go there. We go up. Beautiful. We get there. The whole freaking floor is reserved for something going on. So I'm like, damn it. So we can't go in there. We can't stay out there because it's preserved. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, what do you want to do? I was like, let's go eat some ramen at a ramen shop. So we go to a ramen shop that's like way on the other end. Well, actually, no. We walk to Jim Jim's and we get Jim Jim's. Yeah. We get Jim Jim's. I'll admit.
Yeah, you had dessert before dinner.
I'm glad you said that. Quote by Helen Keller. Life is too short and unpredictable. Eat the dessert first.
Well, actually, there's benefits to have dinner first, like some sort of meat first. There's some sort of...
No. I didn't have meat before. I had breakfast. So yeah, we had Jim Jim's, then we had dinner. We went to a ramen shop way at the end of 6th Street. It's like if we're walking on 6th Street, we walk past Jim Jim's, go under the interstate highway, and keep going. It's way on that end.
You walk by crackheads?
No, because when we decided, so we walked by crackheads to get Jim Jim's, but to go to the ramen shop, we walked back to our car and then drove.
Okay. Crucial
part of the story. We drove from the middle of downtown all the way to the end of 6th Street, which is probably about 15-minute drive. All the way to the end, we get ramen. Once we're done eating ramen, the side of 6th Street, if you don't know, 6th Street's chaos. Very dirty, a lot of homeless, crazy shit happening.
Yeah.
Especially at nighttime. And I've never been there at nighttime. But at the very end of 6th Street where we were on both sides, so where we went and got those dumplings at one time, that end is not as bad as like the middle of 6th Street.
Yeah.
And then if you go to the other end, it's not as bad. It's like the middle is like the meat and potatoes of all the drama. Yeah. So we're walking around because it's a nicer side of 6th Street. So we're like, oh, it's night, pretty weather. Let's just go for a little walk around this block and we'll go back to the car.
Yeah.
So we're taking a walk around this block and we get all the way to the point where we could cross the underpass of the interstate and go over to the side where like Jim's is at. And Teresa, she's like, oh, I really want to go see 6th Street because at that time it was like 10 p.m. at night. All the roads were closed off because on 6th Street they closed off all the roads from Thursday to Sunday, and you can walk around all on the streets like it's like a festival basically. And she's like, I really want to go to 6th Street. Like I've never seen it at night. Like
you don't want to see.
I was like, yeah. I was like, no, I don't want to purposely put you in a situation where I know there could be problems.
Yeah.
Right. There could be problems. I know how it is down there. I don't know if I really want to go. Like blah blah. So then I made the decision of we're not going. We're not going to 6th Street. So she's like, oh man, blah blah blah. So we walk back down to the car, and as I'm walking, I literally stop and I turn back and I'm like, like we only live once, you know, like. I thought about this conversation we had before about risk, the word risk, and that's a topic I'm gonna touch on today later. The word risk. So I sat there and I was like, we only live once. Am I really gonna let what could happen keep me from experiencing something that maybe I won't like it, but in the thing within itself is an experience, right? And I was like, no, I'm not going. So I turn, I don't go, right? So I don't go. We go back to the car. As we're getting to the car, we pass a train station. And I look at the train station. I was like, I really want to ride a train here. Very impulsive just feeling. And I was like, let's go see how much it is to get a ticket, just so next time we can, if we're in a situation, we could get a ticket quick and hop on a train. So we walk across the train tracks. The second we walk across, I hear ding, 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 ding. The gates coming down, train coming through. I'm like, oh, shit, come the train. Let's stop and watch it. I watch it, and it stops right in front of us. Almost like it was destiny. Stops right in front of us. I'm like, oh, cool. Everyone starts getting off. The guy, this old black man, comes out of the car. And he's like, oh, everyone off the train, blah, blah. I look at Teresa. I'm like, let's get on this train. And she was like, what? I'm like, let's get on the fucking train. The doors are open. It's right here. Like, let's see where it goes. So I hop up on the curb, walk up to the train. I'm like, hey, do we need a ticket to get on this train? And he goes, well, where are you going? I was like, nowhere specifically. And he's like, really? He goes, well, you know, this next stop is like on the other side of downtown, like past downtown. I was like, whatever. And he's like, I'll tell you what. He's like, hop on. And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, Teresa, get up here. We're getting on this train. We hop on that train. It's empty. It was because they weren't taking any more stops. They're dropping everyone off and then going back to a train station that's like 3.5 hours away.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, hop on. We get on. That's when I was seeing that video. I'm like, bro, we're fucking on this train. Like, where are we going? So we hop on the train. I'm just thinking it was fun because it was so just spontaneous. And I haven't been on a train since I was like 4 years old. And we're going through the city, like all like the back alleys, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's pretty.
Sick.
And I'm like, so where's this train going? And they're like, it's a station that's like toward the end of downtown. I was like, oh, okay, that's not too far. But I didn't know where it was going before I got on. He was like, it's just somewhere past downtown, but it ended up being like at the end of downtown. So I was like, cool. We hop off, and I was like, can we take this train back? Because we're pretty far away from our car because we drove on 6th Street. And he goes, no, this is like we're dropping people off. We're not picking people up. So I was like, so Teresa's like, how do we get back to our car? I was like, we'll worry about that later. We're on the train, baby. We'll worry about that when we get there. So I was like, I'm not worried about getting back to the car. We'll get back. Yeah. We'll get back. Like, come on.
Suddenly he's in Dallas, Texas.
I'm like, Jay, you up, brother? So we get off the train station, and I guess because we're taking the train, people think we're not from here because we get off, and we didn't know where we were at because we were down in a part of downtown where we hadn't really seen before from like on the ground, you know? And so we get off, we're like, we make out loud, we're like, man, where are we at? And some guys are like, some like old couple, they're like, so you're in Austin downtown, and if you go this way, there's this and this, and they start saying all this stuff that we know, but I guess they assume that we're not from here. And then they say, and you're right next to 6th Street. If you want to go see, have nightlife, whatever, it's right here. I'm like, oh, we're near 6th Street. I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize we're right here. So now we're right next to 6th Street, right? So here's another opportunity where I was like, man, Teresa really wanted to go see what's over there. Mm-hmm. Should we go? And I said no again.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is the second time I said no. Keep track of this. This all leads up to something. Trust me. I say no. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. It's too dangerous. I don't want to put her in a situation where I gotta knock out 10 dudes in a row. I don't want to do it. So she's like, how are we gonna get back to the car? I was like, I got a perfect idea. Electric scooter. I was like, how far can these babies go?
They are mighty convenient.
They're mighty convenient. Yeah. First time I used this, Jay, this is the most fun I ever had in my life, dude. I go up to like the scooter, I check on the thing, it tells you how many miles it has. Yeah. It could go for 10 miles. And I was like, oh, we're getting back to the car. Like, this thing can go for days. So we get one. She hops on the back of it. We're going through downtown, dude. Beautiful city lights, beautiful weather. We're like going through like back alleyways and stuff, dude. I'm like, this is so fun. Like, I'm zooming. We go on a 30-minute scooter ride back to the car.
Wow.
It was so fun. We get there and we're about to leave, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go back to 6th Street. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's like 11:30 at night. I'm like, we only live once. Let's go. And the only reason why I said it because I had such fun time riding the scooter, I didn't want to get off. So I'm like, let's go back. But in reality, I'm like, I want to keep riding this damn scooter. So we ride all the way back to 6th Street, because in my head, I'm like, all right, it can't be but so dangerous because I can just whip the scooter through the ruckus, just look around, and we're out of there. A little drive-by.
Oh, you're saying that was your plan.
That was my plan. Let's do a drive-by through it. You get to look around, hear the music stuff, and we're out of there.
Yep.
So I pull up on my scooter. I come into 6th Street. I see they walk massive horses up and down 6th Street at night. Police officers do. So I come by these horses. I'm like, oh, this is so sick. Yeah. Right when I get on 6th Street, my scooter goes beep, 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 and it turns off. Shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, apparently 6th Street's a dead zone where the scooters don't work because there's so many people walking around.
Interesting.
So I was like, oh, fuck, I guess we're traversing. Yep. So I get off the scooter. I'm like, all right, here we are at 6th Street. It's what I expected.
Dirty.
Stupid. Just drunk people everywhere. Yeah. Fucking, there's snakes everywhere. Fucking, I was like, what's going on? Yeah. It was an experience like I expected it to be. Good or bad, doesn't matter. It's an experience. So I'm walking up and down, looking at everything. Everyone's acting a hooligan. And I'm like, all right, let's head out. We've seen what we can see. We turn to start walking back. Massive fight breaks out. This dude is tussling with this guy on the ground. As we're passing, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to watch this for a little bit. So I'm watching. Dude gets tackled to the ground. As he's on the ground, some third dude comes running out of the crowd and just starts soccer kicking this dude in the head. Boom, boom. I'm just like, damn, this is crazy. Some girl runs into the fight. Don't know who. She didn't look like she was affiliated with anyone in the group. Runs into the fight, gets dropped instantly. Yeah. Dropped. Yeah. Boom. Down. She was gone. And I was like, whoa, like this is getting a little out of hand. Everyone starts gathering around. The dude stands back up. They stand back up. Now there's like 4 dudes in the fight because like a buddy of each guy's like hopped in, right? Yeah. It goes back down to the ground. By then, this all happened in about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
A group of 4 police officers come running out of the crowd.
I was going to say, where are the horses?
Yeah. Well, there were a lot of police officers. It took them about 20 seconds to get the whatever's happening message relayed to them and then them come back. And so these police officers come, all 4, good looking shape police officers. They're all jacked. They look in shape, good police officers. They come in. Once they come, they just like 2 police officers pull out pepper spray and just that thing shot out like a fucking cannon.
Yeah.
It was no like mist. It was like a water hose, dude. Just boom. The group gets nailed with a pepper spray. You instantly see them.
Cockroaches.
Yes. They jump up and scatter like bugs, dude. They're just like, and one dude runs straight into the crowd.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm watching, and next thing you know, the whole crowd gets pushed back.
Yeah.
So like I put a frame up on Teresa. I'm like, back up. Like they're coming into us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This officer freaking D1 football tackles this guy from behind right in front of us.
Wow.
Boom. Just bang. Falls on the ground. I was like, the other guy gets away. I was like, should someone get this guy? Like, and this is when things get crazy. Boom. Dude gets tackled. When he gets tackled, a gun clip falls out from his waistband onto the ground.
Not the cop, the
guy.
Okay.
A gun clip comes onto the ground. The second I saw the clip, I was like, I grabbed Teresa's arm and I was like, we're leaving.
Yeah.
And I turned and I started pulling her through the crowd. Because I was like, oh shit, like this whole time they had a fucking gun. Yeah. All it took was one time.
Texas, baby.
Yeah, all it took was one time for someone to get pissed off, pull out, start firing off rounds, and kill like 5 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Clip falls out. I'm like, oh shit, Clip. Grab her hand. I'll start going through the crowd. I'm like, we're leaving. And I think she saw it too. And you heard it. Because they're like from here where Jim is when they tackled him on the ground.
Wow, fuck.
Yeah. And so in my head, I'm like, man, this whole time I've been telling myself, we're not going to 6th Street, it's dangerous. And finally, I'm like, the one time I go, I almost get shot.
That's the thing. It's not the one time you go because that shit happens there all the time.
True, but I'm saying the one time I choose to go. You know what I mean? So that's the conclusion I came to. Like, this must happen every freaking time.
Yeah, for
sure. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then as we're leaving, we see this guy getting carried away by the fucking horses. We go back and we find the same scooter that we brought there. It was in the same spot where I left it. So I was like, man, this is a great night. I get on the scooter. I'm having to kick that bitch out of 6th Street because it wouldn't work.
The dead zone.
I had to walk it out. And I turn around. They already had this guy handcuffed, walking alongside the horse as if this was like Red Dead Redemption 2. like lassoed up. And I was like, damn.
That's fucking...
Damn.
Dude, fuck. And there's people that want to go there fucking every weekend. Fucking
bro,
drinks, do this,
it was
do
crazy.
That.
I was like, man, every guy... Dude, I didn't realize that guys who work bar doors now, like they work the door, like the people who throw people out, check, basically guys who check IDs.
Yeah,
they're like salesmen now, dude.
Oh yeah.
I was walking through there at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock when I was walking to gyms.
Yeah,
I walked down through 6th Street, and every bar I passed, they were like throwing out sales pitch to get me to drink. But it was crazy.
Even when we were the last time we went to gyms in fucking what was a Tuesday at fucking 3 p.m. They're all like, hey, you gotta come in now, you fucking
dude. Every door I passed,
yeah,
they're like, hey, it's never too early to get blacked out. Get in here. I'm like,
I'm good. Yeah.
Every person I walk by, they're like, hey, 2 for $5 vodka, free for your girl.
Yeah,
like blah blah blah. And I'm just
fuck
like,
that
fuck. I didn't know these guys turned into salesmen. Yeah. Every guy I walk past, I was like, no, I'm good. Or I would just hit him with the, I don't drink.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
fuck that shit.
It was an interesting. Yeah, it was a little depressing a little bit when I was like, man, this is what people look forward to every weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're bound up all week doing something you hate, and then when you're let free, this is what you choose to go do.
Fuck that shit.
Like, is this really the peak of fun? I don't know. It was maybe it's a little different when you're drunk. You know what I mean? You're feeling yourself. But
what I've come to the conclusion is when you're under the influence,
nothing good happens.
It's nothing ever good happens, but usually it makes things better, I guess.
Yeah,
more fun.
You're more fun. You let loose, you know.
Yeah.
You let loose, stuff like that. So maybe it's more fun when you're drunk. But from a bystander, I was like, man, looks like just a fucking circus.
Yeah. Circus.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It was very interesting. I'm glad I experienced that whole weekend.
I got there. I went there one time at night to 6th Street, and that was because we were filming for Who's Next. And I had to stay at like a hotel, and I didn't stay there very long because I lost. Surprise, surprise.
He cried.
I cried. I cried very hard. I still have photos of me crying from that. But so, oh yeah, went to 6th Street to grab some food because it was by the hotel, whatever. And me and Nick are eating fucking food on the sidewalk. We're ordering, and there's a crackhead walks up to us, and me and Nick do this thing where we just completely ignore the crackhead. And he's like, "Hey guys, can I have some money?" And we're like, just like ignore him, go about our day. Like we're ordering whatever. Yeah. We step by the side, continue our conversation that me and Nick are having. And the guy's like, "Can you guys hear me?" And then I think he started tripping, thinking no one could see him.
I was going to say, imagine how depressing that is.
Yeah.
How it's worse than even someone saying no to you. Of like no one even acknowledges your existence.
We just completely.
That's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, that's one note I took the whole time I'm down there. I'm like, dude, there's like 90% degenerates down here.
Yeah.
Like every person I pass is like yelling, they're screaming, they're acting a fool. And it's just like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, is there nothing else better you could be doing right now? I don't know. I could understand if you do this, maybe every once in a while, like your boys come out, but like if you're one of those people, it's like you come down. This is like your weekend. Every weekend is what you come do. It's just like, man, I don't know. It just seems a little shallow.
Shallow, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It could get boring.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, that was my story of how I got into a combative firearm fight. Dodged 3 bullets. Typical day for the dog.
We are interrupting the broadcast to announce our partnership with Saint Pasta Sauce. Today we're going to be going over the dog's favorite meal, right? Starts with some ground meat. Preferably bison, grass-fed, 100%. As well as some spaghetti, right? Any pasta you want, but for today we're going with some classic spaghetti. And last but not least, the essential Saint Pasta sauce.
Why Saint Pasta, Jay? Why Saint Pasta?
I'll tell you why.
Let me hear it.
All right, so firstly, there's no added sugars or preservatives, and they're made fresh with California tomatoes. Secondly, their sauce is slow cooked for 3 hours. No other sauce does this in the business. Saint Pasta Sauce releases 1 batch per month, and they're always selling out. So make sure you guys subscribe to their email list so you guys can stay updated on the releases. If you guys want free shipping on your first order from Saint Pasta Sauce, make sure you guys use code Dawg House Pod. That is DAWGHOUSEPOD. Dawg House Pod for free shipping on your first order. Make sure you guys check them out.
I'm gonna hold it some, okay?
You have to put it all the way in.
Okay. Just breathe out if...
Mom, can you just do it?
I know I shouldn't curse in front of my mom, but cauliflower ear sucks. I use Caulibuds ear magnets. I really wish I would have had these magnets, but my ears were messed up. These keep my cauliflower ear at bay. They're the original and best quality cauliflower ear magnets on the market. Step 1, drain your ear. Step 2, pick your buds. Step 3, put them on your ear. Make the right decision. Invest in these Caulibuds so your ears don't look like chicken nuggets like mine. Check them out on Amazon or Caulibuds.com. Add ears. Train with your buds.
Juce Organics powders are certified USDA organic, 100% vegan, non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free.
We have a wide range of products that are here to support your health needs. Our products are designed to boost energy, enhance endurance, and aid in muscle recovery. Packed with organic superfoods, Juice helps fuel your body with intense training and quick recovery.
Juice Sport Greens is an all-in-one greens supplement with 7 essential organic components, consisting of greens, antioxidants, protein, probiotics, mushrooms, and fiber to help promote a strong and healthy body. And don't forget to use code DAWG25 to get 25% off all of their products.
I got
Best part of the train ride.
I got my sandals.
Oh, they came in.
ToeHolds, baby.
Are they any different than the ones you had before?
Well, the prints on them, like the stamps and
Let me feel this sucker.
But yeah, these are ToeHold sandals. Surely you guys know they're like one of the biggest fucking jiu-jitsu companies.
That's a big foot, dude. Do these fit you?
Yeah. These are 13s, but they're short 13s because my feet are like, I'm like a size 12, but my feet are so wide that they fit onto 13s.
Hold on, let me put these on. Look at that. I'm a size 13 too, baby. Yes, sir.
Yeah, these are obviously thank you to ToeHold for giving,
yeah, dude, those are not
giving
those can openers on the bottom.
Can openers.
Oh no, what are these?
No, that's just like
oh wow,
placements for the fucking
okay.
Yeah, super like high quality stuff. This is just like real like fucking cow leather. Like just real shit.
It's raw, baby.
It's real shit.
Yeah.
And like the benefit to these things, I was telling you in Hawaii, I was telling you about these. I was like, this, like any other shoe that you wear will affect the shape of your feet. And that is like, I grew up never wearing shoes. So that's why I got wide ass feet.
We can tell.
You know, I got wide ass feet. But my I took a picture of my dad. My family was here. Took a picture of my dad's feet right next to mine. My dad wears shoes all the time. Where our feet are identical, except his are just a little, just his pinky toe is just a little bit closer,
narrower,
a little bit narrower.
Yeah,
and that's because he's been fucking wearing shoes for forever. I never wear shoes. But when you do wear shoes, you guys should wear the stuff that. Pretty much just wear these, right? Just wear these. But the benefit to these is they form to your foot as opposed to other shoes forming your foot. So that's pretty much what I was telling you. Yeah, this is just high quality shit, and it forms to your foot because of the quality of it. It's real shit. So eventually, you put your foot on this guy enough times, it'll start getting like an imprint. You see it like. I don't have it with me, but Nicky rods are almost like they're bent perfectly, like you see a perfect outline of his entire foot, and then you can see it like bends up almost around there, so it kind of like hugs his foot.
Wow, these
things are fucking perfect. Thank you, ToeHold, for getting me sandals. Greatly appreciated. I had to throw that in there because they're also it's expensive shit. Like that's a $500 pair of sandals.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Nice. That's
crazy.
nice.
But it's for good reason.
I have to get me a new pair too because I lost my Birkenstocks. I'm either gonna get another pair of Birkenstocks or like Jesus sandals. You ever seen the sandals Jesus wears?
Like the latch thingies?
Yeah, they're very like minimalistic looking.
Yeah,
I think they look sick.
Are they flat? Or are they gonna fuck up your fucking?
Well, there is no like they're flat and there is no like cover anywhere up here. Just like a strap that comes here and then around here. And that's it.
I see.
So I would assume not.
Better than most.
Yeah, better than most. I might get those. We'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why the Jesus sandals? Just
because I saw something that looked like them when I went to Zara in Miami, Florida, and I was like, wow, these are fire. Like I just like the idea of them. Of like I don't know, they're just simple. I like simple looking stuff. As far as just I don't know, like style or shoes or I don't know. They just look sexy.
They look good.
They look good. Yeah.
What else do I have to update you guys on? Oh, there's one other thing you want to. Oh.
Yeah. This might be a long episode today, guys. You have anywhere to be? Because
I've got nowhere to be.
Okay.
Quick thing. I still don't have my truck.
Your what?
Still don't have my truck.
Oh, your truck. That's right. I pulled up and I was like, man, that
Ford
sucker's still
fucking
there.
Raptor. Don't have it.
Damn.
It's been
That pissed me off.
It's
I'm
crazy.
like, man, I want to drive my car to spend
Yeah.
freaking over 50 grand on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, we ain't here all day, baby.
Yeah, it's fucking. They've had it for over 2.5 weeks as of this point.
Wow.
So, don't know what's going on. Talk to them. They're like, oh yeah, the parts will be in like Friday or Monday, so you'll get the car next week. But I'm like, dog, 3 weeks, maybe 4.
3
for
weeks.
Fucking.
Of a car y'all just gave me that was
Yeah.
defective.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's rough.
What did you want to talk about?
Yeah. So I wanted to get into. It was like a week ago. Jay and I were talking about something, and we were
Risk.
Huh?
Risk.
Yeah, risk. We got in a little tangent about. Well, I was going to say we were talking about something that led to us talking about risk. We said something about like doing something, and you're like, yeah, man, people always have that behavior of like, oh, that's too risky. Like, don't do it. It's too risky. Then I've gotten obsessed with the word risk for the past 2 weeks, and really trying to decipher like, yeah, like what is the mindset behind the word risk? Like, why is it such a thing? So I started digging, just kind of reading stuff from other people and risk and stuff. And I found some very interesting things. So first I wanted to start off with the definition of risk. Okay. So the definition of risk is a situation involving exposure to danger or expose someone or something valued to danger, harm, or loss. So it's willingly putting yourself in a situation where there's risk or where there's danger, harm, or you will lose something, right? And it's the last one I feel like people obsess over the most, is losing something. And it seems to be because we're so freaking obsessed with fake paper money, which isn't real, by the way. We're so obsessed with that if anything involves losing this piece of paper, which is money, then we're not about that life, right? We're like, that is risky, because people will risk their lives before they risk their money, you know? Like someone will jump off a big waterfall, but if you tell them to start a business, they're like, oh, that's risky. And it's like, bro, you were inches away from losing your life.
Yeah.
But why, when it comes to money, it's so risky? It's because we're that brainwashed and obsessed with money. So that's the definition of risk. And I started to come to these things where it's like, okay, well, why is it more valuable to take risk than to not take risk? Like, I can sit here and preach to y'all should be taking risk. Y'all should be taking risk. And it's like, well, then explain to me why I should take a risk, not take a risk. Just don't tell me to take a risk. I'm like, okay, all right, let me do the research. So I watched this video that was explaining risk within itself. And I came across some quotes or sentences or phrases that I was like, this is the best way I could explain it, is this is one thing I wrote down. The biggest risk you can take is not taking a risk, because being stagnant means no progress. So if you're not taking a risk, then you're stagnant, right?
You're not getting better.
You're not getting better. You're not getting better as an athlete, an employee, a husband, father, whatever it may be. If you're afraid to, I guess a good example would be talk to a girl, right? You really want to talk to a girl, but you're afraid. What are you afraid of? Well, I'm afraid that she's going to say no. Well, by not asking at all, that guarantees that she says no.
Yeah.
So by not taking risk, you're completely stagnant. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Where if you try and take the risk, at least something happens. And something is better than nothing. So that means within itself, risk is progress, and not taking risk is not progress. So you have to take risk just to make progress.
Yeah.
So that in itself should be enough to be like, hey, risk is no longer negative. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you have to do it to make progress. So stop looking at it as something that you have to avoid, and look at it as something that you have to do. You have to do it, So
it's not really like you're not looking at it as like a risk versus reward. You're looking at it as risk is.
risk is. Risk is the reward.
Yeah.
Risk will get me the reward. There is no if. Worst case scenario, I take the risk and I don't get the reward I wanted. Well, I still got knowledge.
Yeah.
And knowledge will always come at a price. And the price for knowledge was the risk. So worst case scenario, you learned, right? I took the risk. It didn't work out. Well, now I can ask myself why it didn't work out. Now I can ask myself, well, what would I do next time so it does work out? There wasn't a complete loss. It wasn't a complete loss. There was some sort of gain. But what can guarantee you no gain whatsoever? And that is not doing anything. So that should kind of help y'all if you're pondering thoughts right now of, should I do this? Should I not do this? Everyone tells me it's risky. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, right? This quote punched me right in the testicles when I heard this. Of everyone's telling you, don't do this, don't do that, because it's risky, it's risky, it's risky. I listened to this video, and this speaker said, life in itself is risky, and I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to make it out alive. And I was like, damn, here you are letting risk itself keep you away from doing things, keeping you away from things you want to do. And you've already done the most riskiest thing you could possibly do, which is live, because you're not making it out alive. You know what I mean? So life in itself is probably even below riskiness. It's complete failure. No matter what you do, you're not making it out alive. So if you're accepting to live, then you can accept to take any risk ever. Because the quote, I'll say it again, I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to make it out alive. I was like, damn, that's so true. So why not just take the fucking risk?
What got you onto, was it our conversation that started this path of thinking about risk?
Yeah. Because it for the longest time, it pissed me off whenever I would tell people, hey, what are you doing? Or I'm coming to visit Blacksburg next year. What can we do? I won't be here. I'll be in Austin. Why are you going to Austin? Well, I'm going to go out there and train. That's risky. Okay. Well, what's your long-term goals? I want to open up my own business. That's risky. I got so pissed off about people telling me stuff is risky, and they don't even fucking know what risk is. Mm-hmm. How are you going to tell me what risk is, and you don't even take risk yourself? You're telling me risk is so bad, you've never seen the other side of risk. You've never seen the other side. So why are you telling me it's so dangerous to do? So I got so pissed off about people saying that when we had that conversation a few days ago, I just remembered other people telling me all the things I've done in my life that's risky. And so far, they've done nothing but bear fruit for me. So that's what it led me down this road of, let me dig more into this so I can explain it better to those who are maybe dealing with the same situation.
I like it.
Yeah. And just one other example of risk that, an example I wrote down that I was like, man, this is so freaking badass, is this doctor was talking about risk. And what a good person to talk to about risk, right? If I clip this and it's not right, fucking this dude dies and I'm sued for $50 million. There was a doctor, if I get his name, no longer alive, who was the first person to try doing a surgery on a certain part of the brain that everyone, including every other doctor at the time, had deemed impossible to do. Don't even try. It's impossible. Yeah. And this doctor was like, well, it's impossible because y'all aren't even trying, right? I'm going to try. And they're like, well, that's risky. Well, why is it risky? Because there's a chance of death. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do it anyways.
He's having the surgery for a reason.
Exactly. This doctor killed 13 people. This doctor killed 13 people.
Holy shit. Damn, you think after the second or third one, he'd be like, all right,
that's maybe that's right, bro. Y'all are afraid to take risks. This motherfucker's out here killing people. And he's still just like, nah, dude, it's going to work. Trust me. Oh, my God. Because he saw risk as like, okay, this person died. The only thing that really happened was I have now figured out a way of how not to do this next time, right? And to make it sound not as worse is I believe, it was a surgery where it's like, well, you're going to die regardless, so we might as well try.
Yeah.
Right? But he just ended their life a little earlier than maybe it was expected.
Fucking
13 people died. The 14th one lived.
And then from then on
And
out,
from there on out, we have saved billions of people because of surgery. And that never would have happened if he didn't go, wait, what'd y'all say? It's risky? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We're going to find a way to do this. And he was willing to kill 13 fucking people. You want to talk about taking risk to figure out something that someone said. Can you imagine after killing 8 people, they're like, yeah, I told you it's impossible. And he's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
What do you mean, no, it's not? You've killed 8 people, motherfucker. How do you tell me it's not impossible?
Hard
and he's like,
to deny.
And he's like, it's not. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And then he did. And it's like, guys, and you're afraid to talk to a girl? Come on. You're afraid to invest a little bit of money? Yeah. Let go of it. You know what I mean? You'll learn something from it.
Fuck, man.
So,
yeah, I wonder what, like, I guess that's one of the worst things, like, given it is, like, kind of they are going to die already, but it's still kind of having a guilty conscience of killing 13 people, and you're like, I still have to try.
But it's kind of badass, though, to be like,
for sure.
You come to this guy and imagine
But it's only badass after that 14th guy. You know?
Yeah.
Is it, like you said, on the 8th person, you're a fucking retard.
Well, like, imagine the 13th person coming in, or the 14th person, and he's like, by the way, the last 13 people that I did this one died. Like, but at the end of the day, you're him. There's a reason why people are still coming to you.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one that's trying. And that in itself attracts people.
Yeah.
Everyone I've done this one, it's killed. It's like, well, guess what? What? Every other person I've gone to won't even try.
Yeah.
That is tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's badass.
Fuck.
These guys are coming to this guy for hope, being like, bro, why are you coming to me? I've killed everyone else because you're the only person that's willing to take the risk.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. I heard this story. I'm writing that down.
What year was this?
I don't know, but I can send you the YouTube video I listened to it from.
Yeah.
I didn't write down all the details of the story. I just wrote down a little cliff note to help remember the story.
Interesting. Very, very cool.
Yep. So take a risk, guys. It's not as bad as you think.
Take the risk. It wouldn't be you killing 13 people.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Level Black signed Jason Nolf.
Oh, yeah. It's a big news within the Jiu-Jitsu community.
Yes, big news. I wanted to talk about this specifically because whenever you see Level Black sign an athlete, maybe not a lot of people have seen this, but the athlete most of the time wins something very big and is almost like an expansion or like a level up to their career after they sign with Level Black.
Really?
Every time.
So they'll sign and then something big happens.
Bro, I signed with Level Black 2 months before I won trials.
Wow.
2 months before I won trials, Level Black's like, I'll give you a shot. So I had 8,000 followers.
So what are you trying to say? They're the Matrix?
I don't think it's the Matrix. I think it's I don't know what it is, but it's very common.
Interesting.
That's what I'll say. You know, Jason Nolf is in CGI. I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe he doesn't win. Maybe he does win, but
you're gonna beat someone big.
He's gonna beat someone big. You know, there's gonna be some career changing moment there.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll push him into grappling more. Into
I hope it doesn't.
More. I hope it doesn't.
I hope it doesn't.
Isaac, when Isaac signed with Level Black, I think a month or so after he won his trials, a little bit after that, he beat Hillbilly Hammer.
Really? Level Black, sign me a money contract. I need something big. I need divine intervention.
Divine intervention. Is that a gun from Destiny? That sounds very...
It is.
That sounds very like...
It is. Divine intervention.
What made you say that?
What made me say that? Well, divine intervention, meaning like I need power from the gods that's out of my control. That's what divine
intervention.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna do some research on that one.
Yeah, I was up till 3 a.m. last night talking about just ranting about like divine intervention.
Why? To who?
If it wasn't Teresa, it would have been the wall. So
I was gonna talk about it with someone.
Yeah, it was coming out one way or another. Oh, but yeah, I was literally up to 3 a.m. talking about it.
Wow.
Yeah. If it would have been recorded, that'd have been a hell of an episode.
Divine intervention.
Yeah.
I wanna learn more about this. This I mentioned weapon. Okay. I'll talk about Elden Ring and I'll talk about video games in general.
Okay.
And why story games are better than multiplayer games.
You know, Nicky Ryan said he's getting into story games now.
What story game? What story game?
Do you know what he considers a story game?
Destiny.
Zombies. Dog.
This guy.
There's one damn cutscene in damn story mode. I thought that was funny.
He's funny.
Oh God.
All right, so Elden Ring. I just wanted to bring this up real quick. I'm playing Elden Ring. I don't play a lot. I play like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. It's fucking. But yesterday, since I was sick, I was chilling at home. I play it and I'm like, and then I go train after that, and I'm like, fuck, I need to finish this game because it's on my mind of like all the different pathways I have to go. I have to go to the top of this fucking thing. I gotta go to this fucking the divine tower or whatever. I gotta do all these things, and if that's on my mind during training, it pisses me off. So I have to finish the game. Yeah. But also in the DLC they added weapons that, like when you're sprinting, and then you go to attack, the motion. Or you keep the momentum while you're attacking. So the sprinting momentum, you're running, you can like cut while you're sprinting. It's pretty cool.
Lethal.
Pretty cool. But aside from that, why story games are better than multiplayer games for your mental health.
That's big.
For your mental health.
That's big.
This is because they have an end. And that's the main thing. They have an end, so it's like it comes to an end, and then that's all. You can fucking wait 2 years until the next fucking FromSoft makes the next fucking Elden Ring, makes the next Elden Ring 2 or whatever the fuck, and then it's like, okay, I'll play whatever. But it's like it is always downtime, and I'm not saying playing video games is good or anything like that, but I'm saying if there's gonna be something that you do, I do think it is good for it to have an end, because we could play like how we used to. We used to play fucking Call of Duty
on repeat.
We would get home from training, 3 p.m. sometimes. We would fucking right after training.
It was pretty fun.
It was awesome. It was awesome. But there's no end.
You know what's funny is you're right. You're 100% right. And for some reason, multiplayer games do seem more fun when you make your own end, right? Like here recently, I've been trying to get to Diamond on Warzone. I reached it 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm. And then that's like subconsciously, that's kind of like an end.
Yeah, I felt like I was done.
Yeah.
I was like, man, every night I was playing Warzone. Get Diamond. I'm grinding. I'm fucking. I get to Diamond. I'm just like,
There we go. I can sit back.
Yes.
We did the same thing in multiplayer ranked.
Yep.
We did the same thing. We got to, what was it, platinum or something, and then we were like...
We're so goal-oriented that even within video games, we like create our own goal that we have to reach. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, I have to get Diamond. Once I got Diamond 2 nights ago, I was like, oh man, like, all right.
I'm done for the season. Walk outside.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done for the season. Like, I'm done.
But when I was done for the season, I stopped playing altogether. I think after Call of Duty, I think I took a pretty decent break after.
You haven't played Call of Duty in a while.
I deleted it.
What?
Yeah, I haven't played it in a while.
We miss you. Okay, the community misses you.
The only things that would get me back, or the only games that I'm gonna play,
diamond stamp on your profile, bro.
I'm not even gonna click the fucking multiplayer on that shit.
Uh-huh.
The only 3 things that I would get into is Elden Ring, which I'm already playing, so it's like it's gonna be done soon. Outlast Trials, which is fucking that game does have an end because there's like, you know that door right behind that chessboard. Like there's an end. I want to get there.
I kind of forgot about that, honestly.
There's an end, dog.
I forgot there's like...
Yeah, because you were so distracted by the chessboard and shit.
And you're right, I was. It's a pretty nice board to look at. At least for
Not for me.
Not for me.
My excuse is I learned on that board. That number is skewed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elden
What's the
Ring,
third game?
Outlast Trials, and it's. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
But if you were like, Jay, I think I want to play 2v2s again. Maybe I'd be like,
hey, you can't leave me hanging.
2v2?
You can't leave me hanging. Hey, I will say, 2v2, there's a whole new maps. There's whole new everything.
You've been playing?
Yeah.
Who you play with?
Brady.
Oh, okay.
I've been playing 2v2s.
Okay.
You know what? But I haven't been playing like how we played. It's been like, if it was a bad night on Warzone, it's let's go play like 3 games of 2v2s and then get off.
That was our day.
That was our day, right? It's been Warzone. I'm having a bad time at Warzone. Okay, I'll play 2 games of 2v2s to get off.
I see.
That's what it's been.
Yeah, we were professionals.
We were considered professionals.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think we would be ranked in the world if there was a ranked system for that.
Yes.
We would be ranked very high.
Bro, we at one point we were so in tuned with every map we played that we won 32 games in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brother, we won 32 games in a row. You know how many rounds that is?
It takes 6 rounds to win.
Yeah.
So at least 6 rounds.
We got to 6 first 32 times.
That's crazy.
And so at some
in a row.
And you know, at some point, you know how Call of Duty works. At some point, after winning like 10 games in a row, they were putting us in lobbies of people that were good, level 900 plus, because we're constantly winning, and we would wipe them,
shit on them.
So we were up there. I just now started playing 2v2s because I've been playing Warzone, so I'm not as familiar with the maps. So I haven't been like crushing people because they're all new maps.
Interesting.
So I've been having to learn the maps a little bit again. So it hasn't been the best, but you know, we're
reminiscent.
It could be I'm just, you know, I'm missing the
other half.
The two-piece combo.
It was a combo deal. We always complimented each other very well. It was like, if I'm off tonight, you were on.
Yeah.
If you were off tonight, I was fucking on.
Yeah. And those nights that came across where we were both on, there was no chance.
There was
no chance, dude.
Nobody.
If we were both on, there was no chance.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we would swap.
Yeah. Fuck, those were the days.
He'll be on tonight. Got the blood flowing.
Should we wrap it up or should we?
I'm ready to wrap it up.
All right.
I'm ready to wrap it up.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys tune into the next Dawg House podcast. Also support the sponsors that support the dogs, right? Caulibuds, magnets for your ears, drain that old fluffy ear.
Drain it out.
Drain it out. Put those magnets on. You'll be good to go. No more liquid in your ears. Saint pasta sauce. Some of the best pasta sauce in the fucking game. They do small batches, so it's like when they make the batch, their shit sells out super quick. So make sure you guys sign up for their email list, whatever, so you get the email notification, so you won't miss out on any of their pasta. And lastly but not least, Juce Organic, or I always fuck this up. I don't know why.
Juce Organics.
Juce Organics.
Yep.
I always like.
You got it.
Juice. Just gotta trust myself. Juce Organics, all the daily supplements you need. What they got? Super greens, super reds.
They got everything you need.
Everything you
What
need.
do you need? They got it.
Yep. Thank you guys for tuning into the Dawg House Podcast. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.